Welcome to this new video of Tips and Tricks by Maha. In this video, I'm going to talk about IELTS speaking test, telling you what to expect in the IELTS interview. How does the examiner rate your speaking skills? What is part 1 in the IELTS about? What will be asked in part 2? What will be presented in part 3 to discuss with the examiner? Tricks on the go to support you in the IELTS speaking test. And before all of that, I just want to tell you about our speaking slogan. Keep it natural, keep it spoken. Let's start. What to expect in an IELTS interview. The IELTS speaking test takes the form of one-to-one interview. There are 3 parts to the speaking test. These allow you to demonstrate spoken English through a number of tasks. The tasks are designed to elicit a range of language on a variety of topics. The whole interview takes between 12 to 14 minutes. Here is an overview of the speaking test format showing the 3 parts and the approximate time of each. How does the examiner rate your speaking skills? The examiners rate your language on a scale of 1 to 9 in 4 broad areas. In brief, they want to find out if you can speak fluently and link ideas coherently, demonstrate a range of appropriate vocabulary, use accurate grammar and appropriate register, speak so that you can be understood. And here are the bands. If it's 1, it means non-user. 2, intermediate user. 3, extremely limited user. 4, limited user. 5, modest user. 6, competent user. 7, good user. 8, very good user. 9, expert user. And in part 1, it's an introduction and an interview which takes from 4 to 5 minutes. The interview, the examiner will introduce him or her to you and ask you your name. You must show some photo identification. The examiner will then ask you some questions focusing on areas such as your interests, studies, or working life, favorite food, hometown and family, hobbies, language spoken. These are the examples of the first part. In the second part, it's an individual long turn. It takes from 3 to 4 minutes. You will be asked to give a short talk for 1 to 2 minutes on a topic chosen by the examiner. You will have a minute to think about what you are going to say and to make some notes. Then you will have 2 minutes to speak. The examiner will remain silent while you are speaking. But he may stop you when the time is up by asking you a related follow-up question. Part 2 offers an opportunity to show the examiner your ability to keep going without unhesitation and to demonstrate your speaking skill, including pronunciation. In Part 3, it's a two-way discussion. It takes from 4 to 5 minutes. You will be presented with some more abstract questions. These will be broadly linked to the topic introduced in Part 2. You will have to take part in the discussion with the examiner. This is your opportunity to show off your vocabulary as well as your ability to express an opinion and justify your ideas. Your language needs to be accurate as well, appropriate to the situation, for example, formal discussion. However, don't be afraid to say what you think. You will not be mocked for your opinion. Try to back your opinions with reasons. Your examiner will welcome your point of view. And finally, the tricks on the go to support your IELTS speaking test. Let's start with this tip. Practice giving yourself time, as you must talk for at least 1 minute in the exam. You need to practice at judging this time. If you don't keep going for a minute, you will be wasting a valuable opportunity to show off your skills. You may, of course, look at your watch. Another tip is sometimes your examiner will ask you questions which could be answered yes or no, but make sure you give a full answer. This is in part 3. Another thing, don't waste your minute trying to write out the whole talk. Use the time to jot down some key ideas to promote your while you're speaking. You can't answer double-edged questions, and this way you have to give a full answer. One of the phrases that can be helpful for you, like I like to talk about, I've chosen to talk about, I'm going to talk about, I've lived in a quite few places, but one place I particularly liked was I've really only ever lived in, so I'll talk about. And if you don't want to sound too direct, you can often include the words like I think or I don't think, and you include short answers. Alternatively, you can say that I think so or I don't think so. Another thing, which is a question that needs you to provide a reasoned and appropriate response, like should the state provide a cheap house for low-income earners? Here is a strategy for approaching a question like this. If possible, walk through these steps with a partner. For example, number 1, rephrase the question in your head in your own words. This will help you to explore the issue raised in the question. For example, is it the responsibility of the government to provide homes for poor people? Another thing you can try is decide whether any of the keywords raise new questions, like how do we define poor? What kind of things that should the government be responsible for? Uh, do you have any real views of this question? What are they? Another thing you can say that make sure you can give 2 good reasons to back your opinion. For example, everyone has the right to a place to live. It is the role of the government to provide shelter for people. And you begin your answer with the word I think or I don't think. And now we come to the end of our video. And before leaving, I just want to remind you one more again of our speaking slogan: keep it natural, keep it spoken. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos of tips and tricks. Please subscribe to my channel to keep on improving your English, and for online tutoring, you are welcome to contact me. Wish you all the best and happy studies.